Hey everybody, Sleepy Reader here with a little bit of an unusual video for me because I won a contest. And I was one of three winners in Metarog's contest. It was a really cool idea, which is why I entered. It was a Let Me Shop For You contest. And I haven't entered a contest in years and years. I've been doing this a long time now, and at first, I remember the first year of YouTube, I entered a lot of contests and I won a lot of comics, sometimes like huge boxes of them. And just after a while, I decided I wasn't going to focus on the contests. I think I had a contest of my own, a weird one. I had giveaways on my channel, and I kind of stopped doing that also, partially because some of the things I sent got lost in the mail, like ones I sent to Latin America, and it was very disappointing. But anyway, I must have discovered Metarog a while ago, but I have so many subscriptions now, well over 1,000 subscriptions to comic book channels, that sometimes things get lost in the mix. And then I kind of rediscovered Metarog and realized how great he was, and really love his deep dives into variant comics from the past and other bits of interesting Bronze Age and Silver Age kind of history that he does. He also does a lot of focus on telling people what contests are out there, which might be a really cool resource for a lot of people. So definitely, if you haven't heard of him, of Metarog, definitely check below. Today I got the package in the mail. Okay, so the really cool thing about the contest, the I'll Shop For You contest, is you got to put down either one or two comics that you'd like him to find for you when he went to a recent convention. And I think because I commented on a previous video, was allowed to put in two possibilities. And now I can't remember what the second one was or the other one was, but one of my possibilities, which was a comic book that I knew he could find that might show up in the less expensive boxes, and I think that was part of the rule. It maybe had to be under $5 or something like that. I can't. I'm sorry, Roger. I can't remember all the details of the contest. I should have looked back on the very specifics. But anyway, I put two in, and one of them was the one that I won, which you'll see soon. Was something that I knew should be inexpensive potentially, but I had never even just seen it in the wild. I always, of this run that I would like to complete, always kind of see the same issues over and over again. And this one, both I haven't seen. I hadn't broken down yet and ordered them from mycomicshop.com or something like that. That's usually my backup when I finally decide, okay, I'm not going to hunt for them in the wild anymore. But anyway, and of course he didn't just send me the comic book I won. He sent me a stack of stuff. I got in the mail this package, and I think I assumed it was something else I'd ordered, and I was unwrapping it. Boy, this is the best wrapped package I ever got from anybody I ever ordered comics from. And then finally I realized, because there was a note in it, oh, this is from Metarog, Roger. And there was a nice note in there. And then there was a stack of comics, and I haven't looked at them yet. So you're going to get the first look at them with me. I unwrapped the package first, because if I had filmed myself unwrapping the package, that would have been like 10 minutes. Anyway, first up, we got, here's my winning. This is what I asked for. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the old Marvel Godzilla, number 21, which features Devil Dinosaur on the cover. The Doom Trip. You don't hear the word trip in comic book titles anymore. But, and then it's, let's look in this first. I like to look inside the comics on air, so to speak. It's in pretty nice condition, quite nice condition. A little yellowing at the top, but anyway, excellent, because for the kind of comics I buy, it's definitely on the higher end. And yay, it is written by Doug Moench, and drawn by Herb Trimpe, who is one of my all-time favorite artists now from the Silver and Bronze Age, and particularly favorite on monster books like the Hulk and Godzilla, of course. I love Godzilla. So, yeah, and we always got a lot of Shield in the Godzilla books. I see Dum Dum Dugan. I think he was the main Shield character. Have they ever had like Dum Dum Dugan in any of the Marvel movies or TV shows? I would like to think so. And of course, Jack Kirby's creation of Devil Dinosaur, who now is having a new life, a new kind of successful life with Moon Girl. So, and in the same bag on the other side of the card is this issue of Supergirl. It looks like some kind of special thing. American Honda presents DC Comics Supergirl in cooperation with the U.S. Department of Transportation's National Safety Belt Campaign. Oh, that's interesting. Who's this cover by? I can't quite read the signature there. But it's very interesting art. Great call. I'm always looking for more Supergirl, something me and my 11-year-old daughter love to read together. Oh, it's got a nice back cover too. Seatbelts, a simple fact of life. Wow, got quite a lot of writers on the inside. Angelo Torres. So probably this says Torres on the cover. I'm not sure, but I really like that cover. And we'll see if this could be a lot of fun to read with my daughter. She may laugh at the whole idea of seatbelt safety. I mean, she always wears her seatbelt, but of a whole comic book about it. But that's cool. And if you're old enough, you may remember once upon a time cars did not have seatbelts in them. And I'm pretty sure several of the cars in my youth either only had front seatbelts, lap belts, or maybe not at all. Then lap belts came everywhere, and then it probably wasn't, I don't know, till I was nearly in college that the shoulder belts started to become common. Anyway, so I can see back then encouraging people to actually use their seatbelts was a big issue. Oh, very cool. We got an issue of The Thing. Wow, with an awesome cover. I assume that's by Ron Wilson. One of those underrated Bronze Age artists, Ron Wilson. And, The Human Fly. I don't have any of these comics, and I have a few issues of The Human Fly, and that's a particularly good cover. The Human Fly always looked really cool, but I haven't actually read my Human Fly comics yet. He was based on a real-life person. Let's see, is this going to be by Lee Elias on the inside? Yes, Lee Elias with Frank Springer Inks. That should be good. I like Frank Springer Inks. Lee Elias was kind of an artist I was a little weak on. Who's the writer? Bill Mantlo. So yeah, we got The Human Fly. And wow, I just really love that Thing cover. Let me take it out of the bag so we can see it even better. Got a lot going on there. Got Dr. Doom grabbing the logo. We've got a woman on a horse with a lance. And the Thing, is this going to turn out to be Thundra maybe? I always liked when the Thing and Thundra ran into it. Written by John Byrne. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have this. I've never read this issue of The Thing. I have been slowly collecting The Thing out of dollar boxes and such whenever I see ones that are in decent condition. Something that I hope to, just sit down and read someday. But and I did in the 80s. I was reading The Thing on and off, but I don't think I was getting every issue. What year is this? Yeah, 1984. So I would have been, when this came out, deep into my second round of being a comic book collector, when I actually had a little money compared to when I was a kid and bought a lot of comics every month. Maybe I bought this one and just don't remember it. But anyway, I don't have it in my collection anymore. Any things I'm buying now, I'm either recollecting or buying for the first time. Okay, whoa, this looks intense. Just imagine Stan Lee's The Flash. I do not have this either. I get a little nervous about later Stan Lee writing, but I'll definitely give this a try. It's definitely an interesting curiosity. It looks like a kind of prestige format. Did Stan Lee design that costume? I don't know what I think about that costume, but anyway, this will be fun. Who's the artist? Kevin Maguire, good artist. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Stan Lee recreating the Flash. If it is really Stan Lee doing the writing, that's another thing you have to wonder about. Because I don't know at what point Stan Lee started hiring ghostwriters to do things under his own name. Probably not at this point. He was probably still doing the writing. But I've heard people talk about being offered to... Whoa, okay. I've heard about people being offered to ghostwrite for him. Who was it that maybe JMD Matthias or someone like that in a podcast mentioned it. But this one I will really treasure. This is the Stan Lee's reimagining of the Green Lantern. Actually kind of a cool cover. And the art is by Dave Gibbons. And I'm a huge Dave Gibbons fan, but I'm very slow to... I got to speed up my Dave Gibbons game and find out all the obscure or semi-obscure things he drew and hunt them down. There's just something so satisfying about his artwork. Okay, so that is awesome, but that is not all. Metarog is treating me right. Okay, what is this? Fantico's Chronicles series. We got 2 of them. Again, double bagging. Very efficient. Number 4 and number... Someone wrote on the cover of that one. Probably number 5. But... Articles, interviews. So this issue, the history of Spider-Man. So it's kind of like a magazine devoted to comic book history, perhaps. Oh, got a nice back cover. Wonder who drew this. Can't read the signature, the artist's signature. Not a live signature, but the signature in the drawing. So it's kind of like a fanzine. The Ditko years, these fanzines that would go over the history of things. Oh, we got some Fred Hembeck in the middle. Love finding bits of Fred Hembeck here and there. Very cool. Dense text. Back in the day when we were used to doing a lot of reading, but I still like to do a lot of reading. So this is very cool. I had no idea about the existence of these Fantico Chronicles. And this issue looks like it's about the Avengers, the history of the Avengers. So both of these are right up my alley because I love the comic book history. I collect books about comic book history. Lots and lots of back issue magazines too. Oh, cool illustration there. The Avengers was my very first comic book. I got Avengers number 93 with incredibly amazing art by Neil Adams and Tom Palmer. So they forever have a special place in my heart. And I also, I haven't really showed them on YouTube yet, but I've been collecting fanzines. And I'm always fascinated. I don't know why, but because I got some fanzines through the mail when I was a kid. And I kind of loved seeing my fellow fans and their amateur art. And it looks like we have some examples of that here. I mean, Fred Hembeck was kind of one of those people, but then moved on to, he was so sophisticated, he was able to get his fan art become professional. Wow, this looks like a whole fan-created Avengers story. Very cool. Yellow Jacket's personal problem. Okay, I'm super excited by these. So big thanks to Metarog, cool channel. Check them out, like I said. Maybe I should be paying more attention to contests, see if anyone else has a really interesting contest. One reason I kind of stopped with the contests is because there were so many and I definitely could only enter a few. And in the end, I kind of felt like, well, since I'm not dying to enter contests anymore, why leave some out and not include others? But so, yeah, Metarog broke my silence on contests because I just thought I'll buy comic books I'll go shopping for comics off your list, basically, was such a fun idea. Okay, talk to y'all later. I'll be back soon.